in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Got it.
The NFL on EA
Touchdown.
Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Set. Green 39.
Working Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set. Green 39.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Under pressure.
He wrapped one hand around the quarterback and still brought it there down.
Pernell McPhee coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
That's strength.
Oh, my God.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
I ain't turning out 3 points. I'm trying to have a miracle happen right fucking now.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Or don't call timeout.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a handoff to Ingram. Absolutely nobody fooled there.
Heavy,
He's going nowhere fast.
Like I said, not going for a 3 and going for a touchdown.
And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in Week 1. So do not press that skip button.
Now let's go.
He's got it.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Allen now on 1st down. And the grab by Croft. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17
Buffalo.
yards. It moves the sticks. On play action, Allen. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here
My
for the
niggas,
Bills.
21-10.
41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive
Lamar Jackson,
back.
27-24.
The ball's in the air like that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it. Blue.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Blue, line it.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka.
Touchdown.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, and when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
And his throw here is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
To throw is Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Green 39.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Yeah, here come the Bills. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Nick Chubb, look at him go. 99 yards.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And just shedding him off there. Man open left side is Brown. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Oh, that's probably why I'm broke.
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, Any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start with two cities separated by only 100 miles or so. Cincinnati taking on Indianapolis. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. The Bengals looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Titans looking for the win on the road in Week 1. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers looking to get off to a hot start, and a road win would help them do just that. In the game you're watching, it's been the rookie, Josh Allen, that's led the way thus far. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
About fucking time.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Allen on third. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram.
God damn, he threw that nigga off of him.
Takes him to the 45.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Right side, it's Snead. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great running mates back there. Tim Hightower 2 seasons ago, then last year, of course, the sensational Alvin Kamara. And last but not least, the defense is playing so much better in New Orleans, they don't have to throw the ball as much on offense.
And past the 30 down to there, 9 yards, and it'll be second.
Blitz are still able to pick up a nice solid. Often alters the normal spacing and run fit.
There. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new.
And people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. Shifts by him. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Allen off the play fake. Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Good interception, Humphrey.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard
Seen that
line.
he jumped that bit.
So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know it feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man.
He slipped.
Plenty more to come. Keep
He slipped and he reacted to it. That shit is realistic right
Mark
there.
Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He is fully awake now. If he didn't get off to the start that he normally does, they've got his attention. He's running it well.
You think they set off the alarm clock at the half? Think that's what went down? I know this, having played on the defensive side of the ball, if you do a really good job against a great runner and you go into the half, you're excited, you're fired up, you think the game plan is working, but in the back of your head there's that little bit of nagging doubt. Can we do this for 4 quarters? So far, that's not happening.
A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Green 39.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On the counter, Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's exactly why the Ravens drafted him, added him to their stable after drafting Hayden Hurst in the 1st round. A second tight end who can catch the football.
Zone.
He looks like a guy who's going to line up on the line of scrimmage and mash you in the running game as a blocker. But his best attributes, splitting out, catching the football almost as an extra wide receiver.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Roberts with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Here's Ingram.
He almost got through there.
20. A gain of 3, second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Ingram again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
On the return, it's McKenzie. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations all the time. They want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys will set up shop midfield at the 50-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Baltimore, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week one victory here by a field goal. And they will